Yeah, I appreciate it.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. My phone got stolen yesterday, so I couldn't go onto IG to remind you and stuff. So I just sent a quick email, but I'm
Okay.
glad you joined in.
No problem, no problem.
Yes. So it is about 9 p.m. here in England, and it's
Okay.
I've just my wife has just gone to work, my kids in bed, so it's perfect time to spend time with one of the most I don't know if it's underrated, but it's just amazing how much stuff that you guys do. And if people even think about a third of your tracks, they may go crazy to think, wow, you guys did that. Because
Thank you.
we always have the big three, which is Jimmy and Terry, Ella and Babyface, and Teddy Riley.
Of
So,
course,
so they
yes.
kind of dominated, and then you had
Yeah.
Jermaine and Dallas,
Right, yeah.
but you guys were just quietly just doing your thing,
Yeah.
and
And you know, and Dallas, because Dallas brought us into the game too. So, you know, we've always humbly sat beneath those guys, and
yeah,
great company to be in too, man.
yeah. But with Dallas, I mean, Dallas is probably I would almost call him like a mad scientist. He did his music, they got into film, he just got into all sorts of stuff. So, but he didn't. He hasn't stayed in the production game as long as the other guys. So he's gone in everywhere,
Yeah,
and so he's a genius in so many different ways. But
yeah,
as I said, he
yeah.
didn't just dabble in the production. So if you ask people Dallas Austin, they'll think okay TLC and maybe Monica, and then they will ABC,
Yeah.
but they won't, in the 90s they won't really think of Madonna bedtime stories or Michael Jackson
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
he dabbled in stuff, but he wasn't consistent producing because he had so many other things he was
He has
doing.
so many other things. Yeah. And
Yeah,
he's always been ahead of the curve like that. He's always doing things right now that people aren't like Dallas for sure is working on something right now that people aren't even think or considering.
yeah.
He's such a forward thinker. For example, are we recording now or should
Yeah,
I
we're
save
recording, so
this
let's
for
go
the
ahead and start. Yeah, that's not how I normally start, but we can just go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, well, I'll save that story here because
No,
that's a
you can
good
go
little
ahead
story.
because it's good.
I was just gonna say, for example, Drumline. That film came out
Yeah.
after 2000. I can't remember what year, but okay. But Dallas literally used to walk around the studio back in 1993 and say, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna start doing films. So I'm gonna do this film called Drumline. It's gonna be about Claude. Claude was Dallas' brother. He's deceased now,
Okay.
but his older brother Claude was like his inspiration, and he wrote that film, or the idea for that film came about thinking about his brother because his brother was in a marching band. And
Oh,
so he would literally walk around the studio like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do a film called Drumline. It's gonna be about a marching band when Claude was in the band. And it sounds so out of the blue, and like, we in the studio with boys and men, but Dallas will walk in the studio and say something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do some films pretty soon. And like over 10 years later, it all came to fruition. And
yeah.
so when it started, like when he started production on it, I was like, wow, this guy was talking about this 10 years ago. Just casually walking through the studio, like, yeah, I'm gonna do a film called Drumline. But he's done that with a lot of things. Like, so I've always looked up to him like that.
Yeah, well,
Genius. The
I
dude is
mean,
literally a genius.
yeah, it might it's not too hard to actually start off with because I don't think a lot of people, as I said, apart from Monica and stuff, and early TLC, I don't think a lot of people know Dallas because he wasn't in the videos like
Right, yeah.
like JD and all the rest. So for somebody who's worked with him for all those years, I mean for those R&B fans who say, "Well, Dallas Austin, we don't really know much of him." Well, how would you describe him?
It's funny because that's one of the things we kind of modeled ourselves after him. Was he would always say that to us in the early days because he signed us in the beginning of 1993, like literally January 1st, 1993. And but he would always say things like, man, don't get caught up in the hype, stay focused on the music. people are gonna, as you guys do more and more and become more known and known, it's easy to get off focus. And it was great advice he was giving us. So we took that to heart. Like we would never leave the studio. We wouldn't be in videos. But he's just a different kind of guy. So I would tell people he's easily one of the most creative people I've ever met. And like I sat there and watched him create Creep. Again, just casually, he was at the MPCs. It's like, yeah, this gonna go number one. And he's sitting there doing the track, and it was just like, yeah, it's probably gonna be number one for a minute. And then he sat there and wrote it because he's 100%er.
So he does the writing and the music.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so that's another thing that I respect so much about him. That was very encouraging to us early on. Dallas always been 100%, man. He'll do collaborations with people, but make no mistake, he can walk in the studio all by himself and come back out with an absolute smash. Lyrics, vocal arrangements, everything. And so yeah, Dallas, that's one, great inspiration throughout my career, even to this day, the things that he did early on was so groundbreaking. And he did it when he was like 18, 19.
I was going to say, when you met him, how old was he when you guys started 93?
When I met Dallas, because we're the same age. And so I met Dallas in 93. We both were 22.
But see, when I
had met him, Dallas had already did Boys and Men, TLC, Another Bad Creation. He had already did their first albums, produced the entire album.
Yeah.
Wrote virtually the entire album, all 3 albums. And each one, like ABC sold like 4 million.
Yeah.
TLC first album sold like 8 million. Back then, they sold more now.
Yeah.
Boys to Men first album did like 8, 9, 10 million.
Yeah.
And like overnight, he was like worth $20 million. He dropped out of high school. And like, so he had such a tremendous amount of success. And that was before he was 20 years old, man.
Wow.
And like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. So, but yeah, man, Dallas, that's a bad man right there.
Yeah, no,
Shout
as I said,
Dallas, by the way.
Yeah, as I said, I do respect him, and I respect the fact that he isn't like the rest. As I said, he's a producer, filmmaker. He's into his art, his studio. He does go, and he does so much stuff. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I did miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what Joseph Boys winning all spirits.
Play it.